welcome back everybody. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing something I've never done before, and that's going to be cast my own challenge season. I've seen a few people do this on Twitter. I've seen this suggested in my own comment section in multiple videos. One in particular on one of my more recent videos was from Jessica K saying that she is ready for another rival season. I think there's tons of rivals to make another show, and she asked me if I can think about doing a video of who I think would/should be paired up for that season. She'd like to hear what I have to say. Well, this is the video to do it. I will say that I've never done it before, so be gentle in the comment section below when talking about my pairings, talking about my duos that you don't agree with. Leave me some constructive criticism. Leave me some of your pairs and duos that you would have in your rival season in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you have to say, but let's just get into it. I'm gonna go back to the classics. I love Rivals 1, Rivals 2, and Rivals 3, and I'm just going to start out by saying that I'm going to name this Rivals 4 in Argentina. When coming up with the pairings and the duos, I got inspired by Rivals 1 and Rivals 2, so with that being said, I have 16 teams, 16 duos, 8 male teams, and 8 female teams. So 2 males are being paired up, 2 females are being paired up, and that's just how I'm doing it. I also want to shout out and say thank you to Jonathan on Instagram for helping me out with these duos. I was having some troubles with some of these. He really helped me out there, so thank you so much. I'm shouting him out. And so let's just get into it with starting with the female groupings, and I want to start off with Aneesa and Tori. I think Tori came out and became a fan favorite towards the end of the season. We haven't seen Aneesa in forever. Their rivalry started back in Dirty 30 when Aneesa got the double cross and sent Tori in. Tori got the double cross and sent Aneesa in there, ultimately leading to Aneesa's elimination from that season. The next duo is Laurel and Ninja. I think from one of the most talked about eliminations of all time and from recent memories, let's put them together. I think Ninja's overall enthusiasm mixed with Laurel's rigid and sometimes frozen demeanor on a challenge would be interesting to watch them try to pair up and try to work out together and see how far they can get. This next pairing, I'm going to give a long list of why I think they deserve to be paired up together, and that's going to be Cara Maria and Georgia Harrison. I think that they would make a fun duo to watch. And I know a lot of people are thinking, why not Kaylee and Georgia? They had the biggest falling out on the season. That is true until you watch the reunion special when Georgia and Kaylee, I felt like, buried the hatchet. They're in a good headspace, whereas Georgia was always banging head with Cara's alliance throughout the whole War of the Worlds 2, and she even gave the moniker to the alliance, Cara's Cult. So why not bring them together, make them work together, and you never know, maybe Georgia is drinking Cara's Kool-Aid by the end of the season and is part of Cara's Cult. You never know. Another one I was thinking about doing was a pairing of Cara and Nany. They had a huge fight at the reunion about Paulie, and I think it would be interesting to see those two grouped together. However, I decided to pair up Nany with Ashley, and I feel as though this is kind of like an Evelyn paired up with Paula type of thing. Paula was always just coming up short. Evelyn had won by that time and made a name for herself. Ashley is a 2-time challenge champion, and Nany has always come up short. She came in second as her best ever, and she's always been chasing back to get into that finals. The next pairing I have is Kayla and Melissa, which I think is a no-brainer at this. They had a huge fight on night 1 in Final Reckoning. They got DQ'd on night 1. Why not make them pair up together and see where that can go? And I've kind of been intrigued to see Melissa back on a challenge season, so let's bring them back. Let's bring them back. See what could happen. I really want to see Cam on a season, Cam come back on a rival season, and the only rival I could really think of was Alicia. Yes, the Alicia that she had a falling out with in Are You the One. Alicia has been on also the Challenge Vendettas and on X on the Beach with Corey. They probably buried the hatchet and are cool with each other, but they probably don't hang out all the time. And why not make them work together and see if they can actually get to the precipice of the final. The next pairing I have is Kaylee and Natalie Negrotti. So their rivalry stems earlier than War of the Worlds, and it all comes back from when Kaylee outed Natalie before she wanted to be. So with that being said, I think this one has a little bit more beef to it than, say, the Kaylee and Georgia, and that's why I want to see them paired up. And I also like Natalie as an individual on the challenge. And this last one I had a little bit of trouble with. Jonathan helped me out with, and I decided to go with a rookie team as my final female pairing, and that's Kemi and Bella. Kemi and Bella had a huge falling out during that season. I could also see Bailey and Angela. Why not bring in another big brother couple? I don't have many rookies on this season, so let's just go with that. So those are my 8/9 female pairings. Let's go on to the male pairing. So let's start out with saying that I love giving the people what they want. I think a lot of people want to see Wes and Johnny paired up together on a rival season. However, we've seen them in interviews on the Maury Povich show, at the reunion, together on Instagram videos, and it just doesn't have the same effect as it did. I think it's more of a love banter and almost like a brother-sibling rivalry than, say, an actual full heated rivals that needs to happen on a rival season. And I think I would more rather see, at this point in time, Wes and Bear paired up together. I think let's just throw them in together, paired up, shackled at the ankles. We even saw Bear eliminate Wes from last season, War of the Worlds 2. Let's pair them up together and let's have Bear's shenanigans completely, like, just get Wes all frustrated. And let's see how Wes handles Bear. Now, the past couple of seasons have been bananas versus everyone, as Bananas would like to say. And yes, he does has attracted a lot of rivals and a lot of people that want to take him out and go up against the best. Devin has been the one that's always been the proponent. They had a big falling out on vendettas. Devin even took out Bananas on the elimination with the giant light bright. I think Bananas would be driven crazy by Devin and the way he thinks, and they're both alpha males. They're both overthinkers. They both want to do their strategy. The next one I have is Paulie and Kyle. I think over War of the Worlds 2, we could have saw Josh and Paulie together. We could have saw Theo and Paulie together. But at this point in time, I want to see Kyle and Paulie together. I want to see how they work together. I think they've calmed down since War of the Worlds 1 and from Final Reckoning. And I would like to see how the dynamic of the two work together. All right, this one might be a little bit of a stretch on the male side, but I want to see CT on every single challenge. I mean, he's not going to be on every challenge from here till the end of time. He is going to stop being on the challenge, and I want to maximize my CT time on my TV as much as possible. And CT has become the Pops. He's evolved so much more since the duel and him punching people in the face every single season or getting into people's faces. We saw him have a fight with Josh, but we heard on the reunion that they squashed the beef. CT and JP together as a duo, I think this would be such a fun team to watch. I want to see JP back on the challenge season. I felt we missed out on seeing JP, and JP did call out CT in that elimination, which pissed CT off, got him eliminated early that season, which made him light a fire underneath himself to be a better competitor and a better competitor physically going into War of the Worlds 2 and winning that season. So with that being the case, I would like to see JP and CT be on a challenge season together as rivals. I think one that we could automatically know that was going to happen, and who I really want to see paired up together, is Jordan and Turbo. These two are the two winners, or some of the two winners of the last two seasons. Both had a huge fight, multiple huge fights, and it led to Turbo's disqualification in War of the Worlds 2. Some might say this is an OP matchup, that it's not fair if you have Turbo and Jordan together competing as one. But you know what? I don't care. I want to see what I want to see. And if any of these people want to be the best, they have to beat the best. And I think right now, out of all my duos, I think Jordan and Turbo are the one to beat. The next one I have up is Zach and Derek K. I've been wanting to see Derek K back on the challenge ever since his elimination with Joss, and I think he's pound for pound one of the best challengers to ever be on a challenge season. So I wanted to see him back so bad, and luckily for us, Zach and Derek K had quite a Twitter beef fairly recently after War of the World 2 ended with the finals, and Zach is basically saying how he took time off from carrying the gurney because he wanted to show his team how they are a bunch of layups, and Derek K criticized that by saying, yo, if you wanted to win, you would do anything in your power to win, and you would carry that gurney no matter what. And Derek and Zach kept on going back and forth, back and forth. The next one I have was, it was a little bit more of a toss-up in my opinion, but I want to see Theo back on a challenge. I hate what happened to his eye. I hope he comes back soon. I hope he's getting well very, very quickly, and I would love to see him back on a challenge. I had two possible partners for him, whether it be Idris. Theo's been very critical of Idris. They on Twitter, on social media. We also saw Theo and Idris go into an elimination together, and Theo won against Idris pretty handedly. Or I would like to see Theo and Leroy put together. On War of the Worlds 1, they were kind of in a bit of a love triangle, essentially, or that's what the edit made it look like. Didn't get into much beef in, say, War of the Worlds 2, but they were on opposite ends of their alliances. I would like to see Leroy paired up with a really, really strong partner, and the same with Theo, and I think Theo and Leroy could actually be really, really well together, doing well together. It would be one of the tallest teams in challenge history, I think. And for my last duo pick for the male teams, I would have to say it would either be Ashley Kane and Josh, as they had a bit of a falling out in War of the Worlds 1 season 33, and Ashley Kane was actually part of Josh's elimination from War of the Worlds, so there could be a bit of a thing there. Or you could have Gus from Floribama Shore come back from War of the Worlds 1, and he's paired up with his Floribama Shore castmate Jeremiah. Now, I don't really watch a ton of Floribama Shore, but Jonathan said that they were having fights on multiple times during this season happening right now, and they're always going at each other. Why not bring in a new rookie? I've suggested essentially two rookie teams for the females. Why not bring in Jeremiah as a rookie? I don't know. I think one of those last two teams of Ashley Kane and Josh, or Gus and Jeremiah, would be a fantastic team to be put into this 16 team. But what do you think about my duos? Let me know that in the comment section below. I want to hear what you have to say. What do you think about it? What's your constructive criticism about my duos? What do you think? What's some of your duos? What are some of your favorites from my list? What are some that you thought of that I didn't? Let me know in the comment section below. I want to hear everything and anything you have to say. And what do you think about this video idea? Do you think that you like this idea? Do you like seeing some fantasy cast lists? If so, then let me know that you want to see more of these, and I'll try to come up with more topics. Or if you like these and want to see some more ideas, let me know some of your challenge season ideas, and maybe I'll come up with some duos for that, or teams, or just individuals for that season. Let me know anything and everything you have to say about this video. I want to know. I'm trying to make more challenge content at a more timely pace, and I would like to know what you guys want to see from a challenge standpoint. So let me know if this is was a good video, that you like this idea, or if not, just say, hey, keep doing your thing on Brief Histories, and I'll keep on working out some more ideas on my own. But thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you so much. I'll be back really, really soon with more challenge videos, more videos in general, and until then, peace.